Happy Little Friday, everyone. This is OCTurboJoe again with another video, and this is a part 2 for the SMY Performance Dual Gauge Pod cluster video that I temporarily installed months ago, and now I finally did it. I chose Prosport gauges, Prosport premium gauges, the amber face with white needle, kind of to match the stock look. So I got oil temp and oil pressure. The reason why I chose these two is because they're important more than anything, other than boost or AFRs or say like EGT and stuff. This is something that's very simple, although pretty important. So oil pressure, why I chose that. In stock form, you got the dummy light, the light that pops up somewhere in the middle down there, and it's just to show that you have pressure. So I chose this to show me a quantity, a pressure reading, and that I have positive oil pressure. I chose oil temps because it's important, as like I said, with your pressure they go hand in hand. The higher the temp is, the lower pressure you'll get because the viscosity changes as it gets hot. Luckily I installed this in time to see what my oil pressures were as the temps went up. And that drove me to buy the Killer Bee oil pickup, which I already installed, as well as the windage tray. I thought that the pickup cracked like the usual ones do, but fortunately it didn't crack. But I'm glad that I found it before damage was done. So let's go ahead and start it up. So these by default they make some noise. I turned it off because I got irritated by them. There you go, they do a little dance. Sorry for the out of focus view here. Alright, so we're going to turn it on. So right now it's blinking because my warning is set to 5 psi. And let's give it a shot. There you go, do the little dance. And it matches stock, so there's amber face with white needles. I didn't go with Deffies because I didn't like the, other than the cost, I didn't really care for them. You gotta buy all these controllers, which Prosport has controllers built into them, and they're so easy to wire. They got daisy chain power cables and stuff. And I know like some guys say that Prosport is really inaccurate and they break, but so far so good. Hasn't let me down yet. So let me show you how I tap the senders to these gauges. Alright, so here's the bottom of the oil pan where I get my oil temp readings from. The sender is a Prosport sender, which is tapped from a Killer Bee oil drain plug, and it has 1/8 inch NPT threads for you to install a sender of any kind, pressure or temperature, but I prefer temperature down here because it reads the most accurate, other than using a sandwich adapter or a galley plug. Over here it's uninterrupted, it's oil in the pan sitting here, so it's the best place and most accurate area to read temps. You can also see that I installed like a heat shield on the wires just so that it won't get burnt by the headers, even though the headers are wrapped, and the oil pan is also shielded by a tunnel shield. It's just the extra precaution that I take. And in order to take in order to drain the oil, all I do is there's a right here somewhere in the middle, there's a quick disconnect connector that I made. That way once I spin the drain plug off, it won't spin and mess up the wiring. So it's an easy quick disconnect solution, and yeah, it's working really good so far. No leaks, and yeah, no problems. For oil pressure, I tapped it from the stock dummy light sensor here on the block, right below the alternator. It's really low profile, and this is the premium gauge sender. If you have a what's it called, the performance gauge or anything lower than premium, you'll get the big guy, the big sender, which you have to run a remote sending kit. This one I don't need to. So here's a comparison. I have extra sensors here. So this one is a stock one. There's a spade terminal, And this is a Prosport one, which is low profile, like I said, so you won't hit the alternator or anything. It already comes pre-sealed on there in the threads, so you don't have to put any Teflon on it. And if you want to get rid of the dummy light sensor, you can just take the spade, the female spade terminal, tape it off to the side, and leave it alone. All it is just a ground for when you turn on your ignition to show that there is oil pressure in there. That's it. So once it lights up, you're done. It's too late. So I'd rather have a reading rather than just a dummy light. Once again, thanks to Yaniv Masti at SMY Performance for providing us with this beautiful piece to house 2 gauges, and the fit and finish is perfect. I don't know, I just like everything about it, and the fact that the Prosport gauges fit well and they just fit like stock, you know. So that's it. If you guys like what you see, again, like and subscribe. See you later. It's like, as a bonus, since I haven't done a long-term review on this, my fuel door fix. Remember my seal? Well, let's see if it still works since October, and it does. So it still has the same seal here as well as down here, and it works just as fine as it was from the factory. It doesn't pop open or anything like that, like how some people say, you know, oh, my fuel door pops wide open just like that. I think I just broke it now, but anyway, that's it. It works. Let me go check it again. All right, one more time for you guys. One time, you hear it already. And there it is, open enough. All right, see you guys later.